Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. It's afternoon here in the UK. How are you doing today?
We're
Oh,
doing
we are
awesome.
doing,
How are
we are
you
blessed. We
doing?
are doing great.
Good. Welcome to day 84 of our 90 days challenge. Just clap for yourselves because we have been on this journey. 84 is not a joke. It's not a joke at all. That just means we are wrapping up 3 months, 12 weeks. Is it 12 weeks? Yeah, 12 weeks of devotion. Yes. Welcome to day 84, viewers, whoever is going to come across this live, whoever that is watching us. Happy Tuesday. And my name is Ruth. I will introduce myself. Happy Tuesday. We welcome you. We just want to thank you for the journey that you have been working with us for the past 83 or 84 today, being 84 today. We just saying we're grateful for that support that you have given us. Yeah, before I can dive into the topic of today, I will introduce myself. If you don't know me yet, my name is Ruth. I'm originally from Botswana. I live in the UK with my family. I'm a mom and also a successful digital business owner. I would today in the studio. I'm with my business partners all the way from across the pond. America and Canada. So I would allow them to introduce themselves as they come on the screen, as they appear on the screen. Would you go first, Proscovia? Thank you, from Iowa.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us live from and wherever you'll be watching the replay from. Ladies, good job. And like Rutha said, it is a devotion, 12 weeks. This is a pure commitment. And to our viewers, we don't take you for granted, and we are here, like we have often said, we're here to educate, to create awareness, and to entertain somehow. But the entertainment we do is kind of educational and creating, informing. It is informative. So if this is your first time watching us live, I am Proscovia, originally from Uganda, based in the US, in the state of Iowa, a mother and a business owner. Thank you, Ruth.
Thank you so much, Proscovia, for such introduction. I'll go to Canada. Beatrice, please introduce yourself. Thank you. You are muted, love.
Yes, I'm sorry, I saw that. Thank you, my business partner and my our host today, for this opportunity. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. Thank you for joining us on this 90-day challenge and for sticking with us. Please, again, let us know where you're watching us from in the comment section. And if you're going to be catching the replay, also let us know that you're watching a replay. Well, my name is Beatrice. I'm originally from Uganda. I live here in Ontario, Canada. I am a mom. I work in IT and also a business owner. Thank you. Back to you, Ruth.
Thank you, Beatrice, for such a lovely introduction. I'll go to Seattle. Did I say it well? Seattle.
Yes, ma'am. You're almost there. Seattle.
I'll be there soon.
Oh my goodness. You just cracked me today. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. My name is Brenda, originally from Uganda. Now I live in the US. I am a mom, I am a wife, I'm an accounting profession, and I am also a digital business owner. This is a decision I took 2 years ago when I was tired of breaking my back, when I was tired of not sleeping in my beautiful bed because I had to work the longer shifts. And I decided to start earning online the way most people are doing right now. It's the trend right now. So if you're out there and you're not earning anything online, then you better check it out. Yeah, back to your Ruth.
Thank you so much. I'm going to have to apologize before I can move on. Something happened with my internet. It keeps on dropping, so I don't know. But let's keep on going. Yes, thank you so much, Brenda, for introducing yourself. And I would introduce today's topic. Today, we're going to be talking about our personal stories, who we are, what brought us into the online space. And if you are the first, if you're gonna be your first time to listen to us or to see us, I would really urge you to go back, because today is day 84. If you could go back from day one and get to know who we are and just build that relationship and trust, we have been here. And so I will start with myself. I will start with myself. My name is Ruth. I've said it. I'm originally, I come from Botswana. I came in the United Kingdom 2008, whereby I was joining my husband by that time, because I came here married and knowing that things will take place. But I would say I'm a mom. I'm a mother of two beautiful girls. Uh, Now they're on their teen. So I've been in the UK for the past 16 years. Um, uh, um, Before coming into the online space, I was working multiple jobs. Before coming into the United Kingdom, I was a credit control manager. I'm an accountant, just like Brenda, but I don't, because I don't practice, I don't talk about it. And then coming into the UK, I was a housewife, and I was depending on my ex-husband for everything. Literally, I was a parasite. you know um I had children to look after, kids to raise. And then when my ex-husband later on got tired of the marriage, he decided to leave for happiness. That is his way, those were his ways, and left me with two kids. No penny to my name, nothing to my name. So I had to work multiple jobs for me to provide. I had to learn how to survive on my own, for me to provide for my kids. That is when the journey of working multiple jobs, long hours started. So I had to. It became my norm, But as I was going, 10 years, I did that. And I came to a point whereby I couldn't do it anymore. And I would like to say, during that time, when I was working those multiple jobs, I didn't spend time with my kids, really. I missed so much on that milestone, because my aim was to provide for them. And other things, it was secondary. By that time, I wasn't in the system to qualify for other benefits. As you know, in the United Kingdom, there are benefits. So by that time, I was not falling under the criteria. So I had to be the one providing. And to cut the long story short, and I came to a point whereby I couldn't do it. That was about 13 months ago. I couldn't do it, so I needed change. When I needed change, I looked. I think I tried even Amazon, that are selling books on Amazon, and I was like, nah, it's not for me. And then I kept on praying for something that I could be able to do whilst I'm looking after my kids, because my kids were just short, and they were just like, here we are. All of a sudden they're as tall as me, and they're taller than me, and I'm like, what happened? And my health was deteriorating as well. So I came to a point where I was looking for something I could be able to do. I needed change. I was so desperate for that change. That is when I came across an ad of a woman talking about being able to make a living from the comfort of your home, being able to whilst you're looking after your children. My spirit was drawn into that ad. I followed it. I said, okay, let's talk. And then she's in America. She talked, and she responded. She didn't take long. So I followed everything that she asked me to get into her website. I did that. I followed. I paid. People who shouldn't be thinking that this is for free. This is not a job. This is not employment. So you have to pay. You have to invest. So I paid that refundable amount, and then watched the videos, the 90 minutes videos. I watched them Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I said, okay, where do I sign? I did my research about the business, and the long story is, today I'm here. I am doing this business full time. I'm spending time with my kids. It's so one would not understand what I'm talking about, but seeing your kids going to bed and seeing them waking up, preparing that healthy meal for them to go breakfast in the morning to go to school, to me is everything, because I have missed that over the years when I was trying to look for money to put food on the table. So this is my story. Today I'm standing here, I'm saying, if I can do it, you can do it. No matter how your story is, but you can be able to be part of this community that does, community of dreamers, community of, you know, goal getters. We are here because we have a dream to look after our families, to provide for them, to have that, time and freedom, to do things that we never had, and we never had the chance to do. I never had the chance to even to visit Botswana, over the time, but I managed to go home recently. This is something that I wasn't able to do before, because you will be working, money won't be enough. You'll be working 10,000 hours, but still money won't be enough. So this is something that you can be able to do and be able to have that time for your family. Are you a single parent like me? Because I'm a single parent, and missing all those milestones, we cannot recover them, but we can start somewhere and start building new memories. So if you're out there and coming across this, think twice. Thank you so much for listening. I'll go to Proskovia to share with us her personal story. Thank you, Proskovia.
Wow. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much, Ruth, for sharing. Mhm.
Yeah, that was touching. It is real and it happens to our viewers. By the way, today is a Tuesday, and that's where the journey all started from. So she watched that free webinar, she signed up for the free info. Today being a Tuesday, we urge you, please take your seat, book that seat today, go watch that free session live, ask all your questions, and then maybe that is where your journey is going to start from. And then the rest will be history. So join in with your name and email address. Book that seat today. We are not here to just give you to goosebumps and say, how do I start? It is started from there. That free online session started it all. Thank you so much, Ruth, for sharing. And to us out there who are still doubting it doesn't work, it works. If this is your first time watching us, listening to us, or maybe someone can just put then it is just a podcast. There's communicating and informing, they're totally different, and broadcasting. So we're here to communicate. I am Proskovia Nalukanga, originally from Uganda. Now I live in the state of Iowa, US. Little did I know that I would leave the country where the one they call the Pearl of Africa to the land of the brave and the land of opportunities. Why smiling? From the Pearl of Africa to the land of. So my journey, I'm going to basically talk about it, reflecting on this business, what it has done. And think I was like, when Ruth was sharing, I was like, if I had not started this up, what would I be doing online? What would I be like? What is that? I would just simply be scrolling in and out, or maybe do TikTok dances if I knew how to dance, do some modeling if I knew how to model, but none of those that I knew. But I would simply scroll, make a post, what you feel like doing. So I am a mother. I left Uganda in 2015, actually, let me say 2016, and I came to the US. The rest is history back home. And I don't regret why I took that first step, because every journey starts with one step. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. So I came in, I became a mother. Before like Ruth said, before you settle in, you cannot work, you cannot do anything, because you don't have documentation of what allows you to work, whether you're qualified or not. But as long as you don't have the right documents that authorizes you to work in a country, automatically you will not. So I stayed home with my daughter. Yes. But of course, you have to look for something to do that is going to put something on your table. But I thank God, my fiance was there. Scratch my back, I scratch your back. I got my but then I started working. You know, where you have to take your daughter. The first week I dropped my daughter at the daycare. Ladies, I'm not going to lie to you. I told my boss, there is one thing that is going to make me very comfortable and execute the duties well as long as my daughter is at peace. Then you're going to have me all here. But as long as she's not, guess what? The first day she was at the daycare, the second day, the lady told me, you know what, today we are not around. Remember, you have just gotten that job. You're like, yes. And then they're telling you, you know what, we are not around. Like, okay. So what do? Do you call in and say, you know what, I'm not able to come? But I'd like laid my foundation to my manager and told him, as long as my daughter is not okay, I am not going to be okay. I'm like, okay, maybe then the following day, oh, we are having an appointment, we're not around. Those are now 2 days you're not working. You have worked once ever since you are hired. So that whole week I took it off. I said, you know what? It's not because of money, but I need my baby. Is all that I have. And I stayed home. So where do I go? You know, walking here to there because you need a secure place that even you yourself, you're not called, hey, where are you? Your child has gotten this. Where are you? So to cut a long story short, I said, you know what? Let me first take a break and see my daughter. She deteriorated. She became small. I was like, no, not because of money, but I need my daughter. And I took it off. I stayed home. I stayed home. Seriously, I stayed home. Like, you know what? Go work. It's okay. Let's keep our baby because that's all that matters. That went by. And then God blessed us with another. And I said, okay, what do we do? Like I was scrolling and I saw this lady. I saw like over 3 ads, but they were all from West Africa, Nigerians. And all they was talking about, I was a nurse. I'm a nurse. I'm this. And I'm like, is it only for nurses? Said, no, it's not. But everybody I'm seeing saying I'm a nurse, I'm a this, I'm a nurse. And from Nigeria, and you know what the stories we have about Nigerians. You know, that's why we say never judge a book by its cover. So that's what we had. Not until I landed on this lady. And the first thing I told her, you know what? That's okay. Mountains don't meet, but human beings meet. I'm sure you're from the same country with me, but you know, one time we shall meet if this is not real. And she told me, sis, trust me. Yeah, that's what I told her. You know what? Mountains don't meet, but human beings meet. This is the internet. And she said, sis, I am not going to lie to you. She gave me her personal number besides her business number. And then you first created that relationship like, hey, where are you from now? We like, you know, creating a rapport with someone to be secure or be sure of what you're doing. And there you are. I watched the videos. I took all those steps and told her, okay, what is next? And she told me, if you're still skeptical, these are my checks. These are my checks. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not minding about the checks, but I'm minding about the integrity and the legitimacy of this business. She said, it's okay, sis, trust me. I'm from this place. And I'm like, yeah, I'm from this side. But I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. We may not be speaking the same language, but I know we're from the same country. And right now, I'm thinking, what am I going to do? What was I going to do if I had not started this journey? What was I going to be doing? Depending on, according to the situation that I'm in right now and what I know, what I go through during the process, what am I going to be doing or what was I going to be doing? So The rest is history. I took action and I don't regret why I did it because it has helped me to grow mentally, uh, professionally. And I think also my skills of communication have kind of changed because I don't think I was the greatest communicator. And then the level of presentation to the world out there, not only here on Facebook, but even when you meet people outside, like offline, the level of communication has changed, the level of confidence
Mm,
has changed. So,
definitely. Yeah.
so I would say it is worth doing, worth trying, and you're not going to regret. So I'll let others also share with us. So, but we thank the person who came up with this idea, and then to the lady who did not sit back and said, no, let me share, let me go out there, let me put my face out there because she was driving. Let me put my face out there and make this video. Maybe it can change someone else's life. And here we are. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Proscovia, for sharing your story. We can relate. As a mother, you have to make that choice. You put your family first. I'll go to what did she do? I'm going to Beatrice.
Oh Lord.
I'm going to Canada for Beatrice.
Oh well, you got me. Well, ladies, thank you for sharing your stories. I'm just trying to like soak it in. I'm like, wow. I just love to listen to people's journeys because you get to pick one or two things and sometimes you relate to it and you're like, I'm not alone, We go through a lot of challenges in the
Yeah.
diaspora and stuff. But one thing for sure is there's always a way, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there's always a way for sure. Well, my journey, I'm gonna share my journey from I think when I was looking for an opportunity to work from home, you know. I came to Canada 10 years ago and got right into school. I've been doing a lot of school until the point when before I joined the business and before I became a mom. Coming into this country, I came in as a young adult with a lot of excitement. Coming here, life is not the same like home. It gets a little bit depressing coming from a tropical environment to get here. It's cold and it comes with a lot of things. You end up being locked up in your apartment, go to school, come back. It gets depressing to some extent because I found the environment not being so friendly as it was back home. And it's not easy to make like real friends, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, but when I was in school, of course, I met people, so many international students, and made friends and stuff, and we kept going. But anyways, life started happening for me at a point when I was at the beginning of COVID, if I would say, when I became a mom, that is when reality started happening for me. Before I became a mom, yes, I was working and I didn't really think that much. I was making small investments. I don't know. My thought was not too broad, if I would say. I was doing my things and I was just very comfortable for myself, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now when the little one came, the reality hit in so different, knowing that, okay, the income I was making, I felt like was not going to be really enough to take care of us. I started thinking I need to find something that can work for me, so I can work from home. My job, I was working from home. It was hybrid then, but now I imagine with all the bills that I have and then adding on a little one, it's gonna be more. I need more money to survive, right? So yes, that's when, uh, after, towards end of my maternity leave, I'm like, I need to find another job. The job that I had, I was living very comfortable. I do everything like the way I was very okay. But now when I had a child, I'm like, no, that money is not even enough for me to survive. There's now daycare bills. Daycare is so expensive here, and other things that is needed. So I started looking for something. I was lucky I found a job which was way paying, which was way better than the one I was doing. So I started working then, and then it was a time when, after my maternity leave, now so many other things come up. I have to drop off my child early morning to daycare. That's a new whole different, chapter in my life, after just being able to wake up, go to work, and then evening you relax. Now it's a different chapter. Oh my God, motherhood comes with a lot of things. I just, kudos to all mom who are out there, man. If you have many kids, I don't know, God just gives the grace that moms can hold on to all these things. It's just crazy when you just get into it, and all those depression that comes with it postpartum. Oh my God, it was just so, ridiculous. But anyways, we managed to go through it because uh, God cannot give you something that you cannot handle, right?
And yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So, anyways, when I started working and then getting used to the routine of running around doing so many things, I started also thinking to myself, I need to find something that I can do side by the side, because I feel I need to find something that can be my own. I needed to find like something that I can have, like a business that I can run on the side. Well, as I was working, I also saved up, because with every business you need some investment. I'm like, okay, I need to save up so I can have some investment, some money for investment, right? Then I know my sister was running the business. At the beginning, I was not trusting it really, until when she really made it, and she could show me the checks, just like Proscovia saw those checks. I'm like, okay, I think this can work for me. And then I'm like, okay, I need something that is legitimate, and I can also leave legacy for my family. Because I was hearing people say, oh, you can have legacy, you can leave legacy, the business can be inherited by your kids. I'm like, okay, I would love that. Now that I have a child, my brain is even working more, because before I wasn't thinking of legacy and stuff. Now, because I have a child, I need to work for him. I need to make sure he has something ongoing, right? Anyways, moving forward, I signed up into the business. I saw the progress that my sister was doing really great. So I signed up into it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this challenge. And prior to starting the business, honestly, I feel like my mind was just thinking about 9 to 5, and I never thought of anything. I was comfortable with the 9 to 5, and that was it. But when I joined the business, the mindset just changed.
Yeah,
There's more
yeah.
to life. It's not just about working, creating. If
Mm,
you get the 2 weeks of vacation or 3 weeks, that is nothing, honestly. When you're just
mm,
working, you feel you settle for that and you're okay. If they give you 5, 6 days, you're fine. If you have 3 weeks of vacation, you're comfortable. But again, there's so much more to that. There's so much to life that can offer you. You just have to look for that one opportunity that can work for you. And there is. I found that in this business, because I've seen so many people quitting their jobs, people who are
yeah,
working 6 figures, quitting their full-time jobs to run the business. That means it works. We've seen it work. So I'm like, this is something I need. I need flexibility. I need to be able to travel to Uganda whenever I feel like, just get to that point where I can do things freely, not first look for permission, sign request, and then sometimes you're rejected. No. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try and venture into this business. And to be honest, I came into the business with a mindset of succeeding, because I saw already success in my family. My sister made it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to put in all my effort to make sure my business succeeds. And from day one, I've been showing up for my business. I've seen a lot of change in me. As Proscovia mentioned, you get to learn a lot of things, even just communication. It Sometimes you can talk. It's so easy to talk to a smaller group, but coming online to talk, because the videos go public, right? So you never know who you're talking to. So just giving yourself that grace to learn and be open-minded. The business has so much to offer, and I'm so grateful I joined the community, because I feel my mindset has changed. I'm so positive about this business. I'm so positive about changing the future, about working on goals. Like, everything has changed. Thank you, ladies. Back to you, Ruth.
Oh, thank you so much, Beatrice, for sharing. I can relate to every story that you ladies have shared. And this business, to be honest, is I always say it's a university, because you get to learn things that your abilities, even those are the dormant ones, they just rise up. You get to learn about a lot of. You get to learn about yourself. Because some of the things we say, I cannot do this. This is not for me. So if you are in here and you came with a this is not for me mentality, is something that you were preaching before, you get to know that this is exactly for you. You get to know who you are. So without wasting time, they've mentioned that today is Tuesday. So I'm going to call out. Today is Tuesday, and being Tuesday, this is the action that we took for us to be here. You have to watch a live webinar. Be part of the live webinar. We're inviting you today to be part of the live webinar that we have every Tuesday and Thursday. Being Tuesday today, we are asking you, be part of this amazing community, this awesome community. And for you to do that, you just have to click on the website that you are seeing to register your name and email address. You are good. You'll be good to go. You'll be able to receive that link that will tell you what time it will be, featuring where you will be. In the UK, it's 1 o'clock a.m., I'm afraid. In the United Kingdom, Canada, Beatrice knows the time. I would invite Beatrice to tell us the times, because she knows them all. So if you are, wherever you come across this, today being Tuesday, get to know what this business is all about. I'm telling you, you've heard our stories. Brenda is yet to come. You've heard our stories. We all clicked that link. We will all listen to the 90 minutes free webinars. We all joined this live webinars. We all asked questions. We all got to know what this business is all about. This is why we are here now, inviting you to be part of this awesome community, inviting you that you can come inside and be able to talk the way we talk, because talk. They say talk is cheap, but this one is not cheap. So you can be able to have that life that you have been desiring, that you have been praying for, that you have been, dreaming about. In that time that you've been dreaming about, you can have that time and being able to eat at the same time. So I would invite Brenda to conclude this live, share her story, and wrap it up for us. Thank you, Brenda. You can.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Where do I start? I feel like every story that you people have shared, I can relate. But this is my story, because we all have different stories. We can't have the same story, although we may have some things in common, but we can't have the same story. So this is my story. So I came in the US in February 2027. I remember it was the 17th. But when I landed here, so back home, I was this person. I had those small jobs I was doing. I was really poor. I wasn't doing well. So when I came here, I came with too much energy. I came with all the force. I was ready. I was ready to start. I was ready to change to change the life of my family. I was so ready. I was ready to do whatever it takes. There is, I was like, yeah, I'm going in the US. This is the land of opportunity. This is the land of milk and honey. We have to change. We have to change our family. So the moment I landed, I started searching for jobs. I have done jobs. I have done jobs. My very first job, I worked in a 7-Eleven. It's like a small store where they sell small, stuff. It's like a small store where they sell like food stuffs, whatever. I worked there the first job. I did security guard. Oh my goodness. And then as I was doing those jobs, they told me caregiving is the best thing to go. I had to go into caregiving. So, but I was there every time I was working on the job. I was like, this is not enough. I can do better than this. You know, I have moved from one job to another. I have moved from one employment to another. I have moved. I have, like, I have done it all. So I remember I have one of my friends who has mentored me to become an accountant. He told me, go in school, study, you'll be able to make some good amount of money. That way you can drop all the side hustles and remain with just one job. I said, okay, no problem. I came to work. Here we go. I went to school. I started studying. I did my accountancy. I got my certification, and I was so excited. I thought, in the moment I get my accounting certification, I'm going to earn a lot of money that will be enough for me. To my surprise, I got my accounting job, but things did not add up.
Yeah.
I was still, I was working, I was in corporate, I had a very good job. I have my own office, but still things did not add up. I had to look for other ways. I didn't want to settle for less. I always tell my husband, I did not come to America to live a mediocre life. I left mediocrity in Uganda.
Africa.
This America, we didn't come to joke. We came to work. I come from a very, very, very humble background. I said when I land in America, I have to change. I have to change that poverty. Poverty should end, stop from here and behind. In front, my children, they should not have that. They should not taste poverty. So I told my husband, I said, you know what? I have this accounting job, but man, I think I still have to pick up those those side hustles. Every time I could see that I have a free day, I'm just sitting home, I could think, what can I do in these free hours? Can I pick up a shift somewhere? I registered with those agencies whenever I knew that we have a public holiday, like for example, it was 4th of July, I could call the agency. Hey, you have a shift for 4th of July? So
That was me.
I was just all over the place. I was just looking for money. I didn't want to sit at home because I saw that when I sit at home, I am losing cash. I should be working.
That was me.
Sorry. So, as I was still there doing my multiple jobs, I was doing my 9 to 5. I was doing weekends, and then in the evening after 5, at 6, I could start a shift at least for 4 hours. Up to around 10. I could go work from 6 to 10 and then go to bed. In the morning, start my 9 to 5 at 6. Then Saturday, Sunday, I was like, it's okay. I'll study from the phone. I'll go to church on phone, but Saturday, Sunday, I had to be somewhere working too so that I can earn something. Now that I got a baby, I remember very well it was 2021 when I got my child. Now I sat down with my husband. I was like, hey, how am I going to be able to hustle my hustles with this new person in my life? How am I going to do it? I remember I came back from maternity leave from Africa. Of course, when I went to Africa, all that money, that had and money I was working, I was trying to make some investments here and there, but only to go back from maternity leave in Africa. And then my family members had done a few things that were not, good with my had earned money. It made me so mad. I came back here. I was like, okay, now, where do I start from? Maternity leave is gone, 4 months. back to the road. Where do we start from? But also, I didn't want to leave my baby anywhere because I knew all the time I was working. I didn't want other people to raise my child for me. So I remember I was a little depressed because what my family did with the money that I was working, that I was making at that time. I had sent them some money to be able to do a few things, but they did things that are not so good.
Always the case.
Yeah, so I was a little depressed. I came back. I was scrolling on social media. I remember back before when I was still studying, I used to see these ads of working online from the comfort of my home, and they were all from West Africans, like one of you mentioned. And I remember telling my husband, "Hey, I think I'm going to leave Facebook because it looks like there are a lot of scammers on Facebook. I think I'm going to remove the app from my phone because every time I get tempted on see or opening the Facebook app, someone comes with this business opportunity which doesn't seem to be real." Now, I was searching for something for sure. I wanted to do something from the comfort of my home so that I can be able to take care of my child. So I came across this ad. That I remember that night I was really looking. Oh, should I bake? Should I make chapati? Because I have done all those things. I was learning making chapati so that I can be able to sell pancakes because I wanted to do something from home. So I saw this ad, and this time it was a Ugandan. I was like, wait a minute. Also, Ugandans are doing this thing. If a Ugandan is doing this thing, then it should be real, because I know most of us Ugandans, we are so fearful. We can't do anything. I'm not saying that others are not, but I at least I know that many Ugandans are so fearful. Most time they will not engage something that is not real. So I was like, what? Even Ugandans are doing this thing? Then I must check it out. I immediately clicked on the learn more button. I registered. It took me to a website. I registered with my name and email address, and I watched the webinar. I was like, wait a minute. Is this real? Like many people, I discovered that many people were earning online, and I wasn't aware. I was like, where have I been? I've been busy juggling one job for another, and I missed out on this great opportunity. Where have I been? Oh my goodness. I was so surprised. So I talked to I remember I contacted my mentor, and I asked her, is this real? She's like, my sister, this is real. I'm also a mother. I came into this business because I was tired of hustling multiple jobs here and there. I said, okay, where do I begin from? So she guided me through, and she added me into this online business community. Oh, when I reached in the community, I was like, what? Wait a minute. I remember telling my husband, I don't know what I have done to myself, but I think I'm not in the right group. I feel it's the right group if I'm making lots of money, but this is not real. There are many things people say that when you're in a certain group, you make a lot of money, that, demonic groups, things like that.
Illuminati.
Illuminati, yes. I remember telling my husband, I think I have landed into Illuminati. But pray for me that I make the right decision. That's one thing I saw, that there were many people in this. I remember by then we were not yet 200,000, but at least it was like 120,000 people in the community. So when I saw that there were many people in this community, like 120,000 people in the community, and there were a lot of Africans as well, I was like, okay, if I die, I die.
But you didn't quit.
Let's go. If I die, I die. Let's go. There are a lot of people in here. We shall all die together. I'm not going to die alone. So I just took action, and the rest is history now. But I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I made this decision. Like many of you have shared, I feel like I have changed in all aspects of my life. Before I came into this business, I was exhausted mentally, emotionally, physically. I was this kind of person who, like, I felt I needed to take a break, but I didn't want to take a break because I saw that I'm going to lose money when I take breaks, This business has given me a lot more than financial benefits, things that I cannot buy with money. I have that peace, I know that I don't have to be on clock in, clock out all the time. I don't have to be on the road driving. I don't have to eat sandwiches while driving for breakfast, Right now, I have my breakfast from the comfort of my home. I make fresh meals, for my family. I can take care of my child, I don't have to rely on other people to raise my child for me. to put different values in my own child. I can raise my own child, and I have been able to sit with people, billionaires, who have made it, and they're able. And the one thing that I love with this community, I remember last time I was sharing with Beatrice, one thing that I love with this community, you share your income, people share their income, not to brag, but to inspire, I have never seen such a community whereby someone is so successful and this person is willing to hold the hand of someone who is just getting started.
Yeah.
Without bad blood,
Yes.
I've not seen anything like this anywhere. I feel this is the perfect community for me. People wish each other's well. People celebrate each other's
Each
milestones
other, yeah.
genuinely.
Ooh.
Wow. I cannot choose any other community other than the one we have right now. So I want to just call out, as I close, I know this live has gone 45 minutes and we didn't intend to do this. Yes, baby. Yeah. Good morning. So this is the beauty of working online, I'm here, I'm in my home and I can see my baby waking up. I love this,
Yes. Yeah.
So if you're out there and you feel, you're like me, you were working like I used to work, you want to have that time and financial freedom. You want to be able to do the things you love while you earn, because the beauty of this business, we still go on social media and do whatever we love to do on social media, but we are earning out of it, If you're out there and you're looking for ways you can earn on social media with just a phone and internet connection, but you don't know where to start from, listen, this is an opportunity that you don't want to miss. We all started with watching a 90 minutes webinar. Today is the day of our live webinar where you can go and interact with other business owners who have made it. Don't ask people who have not tried it because they don't know. They have not been on the inside. They don't know what it means. They have not done it. They're not going to be able to advise you. Come and ask us. We have done it and we have succeeded in it. So if you're out there and you're looking for something to do on the side, come start small. You can start it as a side hustle and eventually you'll see where it will take you. We work with doctors, engineers, IT professions. We work with real estate agents,
Lawyers.
We work with a lot of people, nurses, we work with doctors, we work with accountants like me, we work with lawyers, we have caregivers, we have cleaners, we have people who have been stay at home, we have IT people. So,
and FBI, Brenda, FBI, people who deal with arrestees,
Exactly.
FBI.
Yeah. We have people who are working in FBI, we have people who are working in the military, Everyone is here. You don't have no excuse. You can do this. I always tell people, if I can do this, I wish you so. If someone can scroll and see my first videos on Facebook, they can be like, oh wow, if she has changed this much because of this business, then this is what I need. So come register, register on any of the websites you're going to see on the screen shortly. And then let's get the website on the screen. All right, yeah. So register on any of those websites with just your first name and email address. Get access to the complimentary workshop. It is free. No one is going to ask you to pay anything. Watch the 90 minutes workshop and make that decision. Be able to make a decision. I don't want you to 10 years to come to regret that I wish I knew, the way we all got surprised that there is a community of people doing things differently. Watch, make that informed decision, and trust me, your life will never be the same again. I'm not going to. Ruth, do you want me to close or back to you so that you can close?
Okay, thank you so much. I'm so sorry for it took longer than we expected, but because this is live stories, I think we can understand that we have got a lot to say. We have to unfold and download and share with you. But yes, so yes, they've said it all. You have heard our stories, and today being Tuesday, pop your name down and your email address. We'll see you in the inside, and have a blessed day. Bye bye,
We
guys.
do
Bye.
Do you have any people to read out to?